The Pacific Coast is one of America's crown jewels on its west coast. This past spring, my wife and I took a trip up the Pacific Coast, stopping in many cities like Monterey, San Francisco, Napa, Trinidad, Portland, and Seattle. We did so over the course of 8 days and 7 nights, traveling 1,000 miles by car. This is Pacific Coast 2K24. Enjoy the waves. It all started one very early and sunny morning in Phoenix, Arizona, our home. We were waiting at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport for our morning flight direct from Phoenix to Monterey on a smaller regional airline, SkyWest Airlines, which is contracted through American Airlines, which made for a rather interesting experience. Stay tuned. All right, babe, we are, less than 10 minutes from boarding our flight now, and we got our bags ready to go, and we will be in Monterey in just hopefully a couple hours. Hopefully no delays or any issues or anything like that, but...
The flight's 2?
Just around 2, yeah. Takeoff is around 7:21, and I think landing's it's projected at like around 9:18 at the moment, so...
So still early AM.
Still early, yeah.
Love it.
Early AM.
So enthused.
Yeah.
No, it'll be fine. I'm just tired.
I know.
Bless this Red Bull. You ready to go?
I'm ready to go. Let's do this. I've never been to Northern California besides work.
I was gonna say you were just there for work. Clifford.
Okay. First time for leisure.
For leisure.
To Northern California. Yes. So looking forward to it, and then in the days ahead, I'm just kind of excited right now to see what car we get. That's really the next big thing on the checklist.
Long as like I said, long as it's not a tuna can. So.
Look, we are going to an aquarium later today, so maybe it could be a tuna can. I don't know.
It's a fine Dory.
Marine Life Institute. Here we come.
Yeah. Sigourney Weaver.
That's right.
Oh, see you in Monterey.
See you in Monterey. At last, we were finally ready to board our flight. Unlike most flights that people are familiar with, where you line up at the gate and then cross the jet bridge to get on your Boeing 737, our gate actually took us down a flight of stairs and led us out onto the tarmac, where we finally ascended up a ramp to get onto our CRJ 700, which would carry us onward to Monterey. Cautionary note, this is quite a small aircraft given it is a regional flight. And it was rather cozy and something that neither of us had a lot of experience dealing with before. So how are you feeling?
The size of the plane, it does, it's a little shifty, it's a little sus, not gonna lie.
Teach their own.
The smaller, when you feel more things in a smaller plane?
Not necessarily, but I guess we're gonna learn from first-hand experience.
Yeah, see, that's what I don't want.
Well, I'm sorry. Spoiler alert, she was absolutely right. It was an interesting ride, to say the least. A little shaky, a little bumpy, but hey, we got to Monterey. And check out these views. Simply incredible. We made it in one piece to the Golden State and our first stop of the trip, Monterey, California. On the descent down into Monterey, we probably experienced by far the most turbulence we had on any flight that we had ever been on. One thing that we did not like about this smaller Bombardier aircraft was getting to feel every moment the plane accelerated, decelerated, or made any kind of turn. But again, nonetheless, we were able to land successfully and were able to carry on with our journey. Alright, let's get our bags. Here you are, love.
It looks like that. You doing baggage claim?
There we go.
Yeah, this is that late. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Good day now.
You too.
Thank you.
All right, time to go to the baggage claim. Welcome to Monterey, California for the first time. All right, sweet. We got our new ride for the week. Hyundai Santa Fe, automatic liftgate, all the things. Infotainment system. I think we're ready to roll, right, babe?
I think so.
Oh, the keys.
Sorry, don't leave them in there. Okay, here.
Thanks. Okay. It's beautiful, isn't it? So, got our supplies for today. Got loaded up with drinks, snacks, all the things. Poster board for the game tomorrow.
In half a mile, take exit 402B for Del Monte Avenue toward Pacific Grove.
And now
Thank
we're
you.
on the way. Now we're on the way to the Wharf. Grab a bite to eat, hopefully, and then we will be kind of exploring around and then get into the aquarium later. So, what are you thinking right now, babe?
A giant bite to eat because I'm starving.
Take exit
At this
402B.
point, I want the whole whale. So
Yeah, I can second that. I'm absolutely starving right now. I'm
Continue on Del Monte
quite
Avenue
hungry.
for 2
So,
miles.
cannot wait to see what they have. I have no idea. So,
well,
but it's beautiful. I just love seeing like the sand and like being right up against the water when you're driving on a highway. That's just so cool. Like,
it's beautiful. So
it's all part of it.
check back in at the wharf.
Welcome to the old Fisherman's Wharf here in Monterey, California. What did you think, love?
The food was delicious.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It smells like fish.
It does. We just got back from the fish market where they had pretty much all the fish that you could ever want. Fresh.
Yeah, fresh, like eyes on
Yeah,
whole fish.
like you just caught it, pretty much. Hey, food's good though. We'll take the food. Beautiful views. We sat right by the water. Just absolutely incredible. And now we're just taking a stroll down the dock, and we're going to be making our way to a place with a lot more fish called the Monterey Bay Aquarium, and hopefully we could find some good parking and accommodations, and yeah, just keep up our seafair adventure for the day, right?
Exactly. And if you listen and look very closely, you can listen to where Dory and Nemo got picked up. Not
Oh,
Nemo,
really?
Dory and Marlin. Actually, I'm
Oh, my
kidding.
goodness.
That was in Australia, wasn't it?
That was.
Yes, we're not in Sydney, so actually that's not right.
But when we get to the aquarium, we should see where the rock incident happened,
Yes,
if you know what I mean.
yes. And we'll meet Miss Sigourney Weaver.
Right? Welcome to the Marine Life Institute, where we focus on rescue, rehabilitation, and release.
We'll meet Hank.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting.
Becky, I think's right there.
You know what? Actually, that pigeon does have like a red eye, so you know what? We might be onto something here. So I could go to Cleveland.
Very excited.
Yeah, this is where we ate Sandbar and Grill.
Delicious.
Really good. Yeah. Going down the steps there. Yeah, definitely would eat again. Oh, just Powerpuff Girl.
Blossom.
The things you see on vacation, right? Well, until then, we'll catch you all at the aquarium. Look at these otters. It's incredible. This goes all the way up to the top deck. I think we're both surprised by just the sheer scale of these otters. Where are you, Destiny? Just incredible. And they got the rocks out there, the seal rocks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And out at sea. Yeah, that does look really cool. Gotta check that out. Now this exhibit was pretty cool, seeing the waves crest right over your head. This makes you feel even more immersed in this ocean escape. Pretty cool, huh?
Super cool.
Oh, the fish is taking the food. Crabs.
Drop it some old bit.
We got this fish just staring at us right here.
Right here.
Well, this certainly doesn't look like eel sauce, so. These look like underwater mushrooms. And then you got this thing. My goodness. I mean, these exhibits are just really cool. Very detailed. I do have to say, I think that the Monterey Bay Aquarium was absolutely one of my favorite stops on this trip. It was massive, had a wide variety of fish and aquatic life to take in, and there's a lot to learn, as you could see at this Real Cost Cafe, one of many exhibits in this 2-story, gorgeous seaside affair. Wow. Oh boy.
So they're waiting.
It's like clockwork. If you ever wanted to see somewhere to experience the vastness and richness of the ocean, this was definitely the spot. And it was quite breathtaking. Ironically, it feels like you are walking straight into a movie. See you later, Marine Life Institute.
Oh look, that was in the movie. Look, all the fish swimming around.
Yeah. So we got sheephead, shark, leopard shark, kelp bass, and treefish. Any treefish?
I can see, but it's open. The open ocean.
Let's go. Holy Pacific mackerel. We are in the open sea, otherwise better known as the open ocean exhibit. So many cool things, like jellyfish. Check it out. Wow. Just, I have no words. I'm speechless. The hammerhead shark. Look at all the fish down there. School of fish. Whoa. Nice. Turtle. Save the turtles. So the green bits are microplastics? Oof. Not good. Come on, Earth, we can do better than that. This is amazing. Bioluminescence, folks.
Those little Jonah's hands when he gets
You look at it under a microscope. It's exactly what you see. It's like, hey, this is yellow, this is blue. Quick, Jonah, wash your hands. For this?
Yeah.
I mean, it does need a new name, so. Introducing.
That literally looks like a spider. Oh my god.
It does. Very appropriately named.
What are you?
This is the community of the dead whale and its skeleton.
Honey, look at that giant crab.
I just want a crab leg. Like one of his legs would be fine.
I know. I mean, look at. He's like standing up.
It's making me hungry.
All right, just left the Monterey Bay Aquarium. It's crazy how they turned that from a cannery into an aquarium. Just opened back in 1984. Now we're heading back to the car and getting ready to hit the road. What'd you think of the aquarium?
It was lovely. Cutest little aquarium I ever did see.
I agree, and we got to see Dory and Nemo and Hank, Crush, Mr. Ray.
Yep.
So, all the characters. Yeah, this has been fun. This has been great. Cute little seaside village, and I definitely would come back to see it again. As beautiful as Monterey was, we had to continue on. Our next stop was a breathtaking sight. Carmel Beach, at none other than Carmel by the Sea. This honestly has to be one of my favorite beaches I have ever been to. The calming waves truly speak for themselves. We then had to make our journey up the Pacific Coast Highway to our next stop, San Francisco. We took the one all the way up to Interstate 80 where we crossed the bay into Emeryville for the night. Made it back to our hotel. We're here at the Hyatt Place, Emeryville. It is gorgeous. We got a free upgrade, and I can show you all the views that we have of the bridge, the Bay Bridge, to get over to this side of the bay here in Oakland. Technically Emeryville, but really nice. There's a hot pot place right across the street, and then down the road, a bunch of really nice shops. So in the meantime, this is us checking out for day one, and we will see you for day number 2. Then it was time for day 2, where we embarked across the Oakland Bay Bridge into San Francisco proper for a fun slate of activities, including the Ghirardelli chocolate experience and a matinee ball game by the bay. What a way to spend the day. Fun times were certainly ahead.
In 2 miles, use the right 2 lanes to take exit 2C for Fremont Street.
There's Golden Gate Bridge. You can see it in the distance over there.
See it nice and red.
And then Alcatraz.
The hills, San Francisco streets.
Yeah. This is cool. We are on a cable car. First time for everything, right?
Yeah.
Port of San Francisco back there. So we got our one-day passes. Pretty cool. And this is where we're going. Let's keep it rolling. Keep this cable car on the tracks.
Please.
No, no pun intended. Nothing is more quintessential San Francisco than riding in an antique cable car. Jumper! Super cool. Just got off the California line, and now we are headed to another cable car. Look at that view down there. It's beautiful. So we are right here, going up here. This is insane. This is like a 30-degree grade downhill. What do you think? As you could tell, someone wasn't really a big fan of the hills, but I didn't mind. Albeit, if I lived here all the time, I probably would mind. But being a tourist in this town is pretty fun, because you'll never see hills like this or inclines like this anywhere else. And here is the famous Lombard Street, which winds its way down the hill. So here we are, Fisherman's Wharf right to the right. We're coming up to Ghirardelli. Look at the Golden Gate Bridge back there. Next up, we got to take in the Ghirardelli chocolate experience. If you are a chocolate fan, then let's just say that you're in for a treat just across from the famous Fisherman's Wharf. Look at this chocolate bar. That's really yummy. I mean, just look at that chocolate fountain. Before we left, we had the opportunity to indulge in one of their classic sundaes, which is absolutely delicious. 10 out of 10, would recommend. Nothing beats getting a sundae at the Ghirardelli shop. However, we couldn't stay too long here because we had a ball game to catch. That's right, we arguably had just enough time to get to the Diamondbacks at Giants game at Oracle Park. And was it a thriller? Just watch this catch.
Oh, what a catch. All right. You're not getting hits, you got to make up for it in another way.
And here's the water that makes Oracle Park famous, McCovey Cove.
It's a beautiful view. Truly. Ready to go get some drinks? Let's do it. So babe, what are you thinking of your Oracle Park experience so far? Good?
As fun as the day had been, things got a little dicey towards the end for my Diamondbacks as we were looking to close out a tight ball game in the bottom of the ninth.
Nice. Strike two.
Snakes were most definitely alive.
Come on. There it is. That is game. Woo! D-backs win. Awesome. Maybe the birds like that too.
Oh God, they're like, oh my God, it's my worst nightmare. Oh my God, it's my worst nightmare.
It really is. Babe, look, you see the kids running the bases? So cute.
And just like that, it was already time to leave San Francisco and carry onward to our next destination, which would be none other than Napa, California. And we had to get ready, so we had a few things to gather first.
Any luck? Yeah?
Yep.
Nice.
That's what I'm here for.
Well, that is a win. Got our coffee and getting on our way this morning.
Coffee and pants.
It's always a great combo. A golden combo.
We made our way up north on Interstate 80 to California State Route 29. From there, the countryside opened up to lush green rolling hills and vineyards. We were in wine country.
Here we are in very sunny Napa, California. You're looking great today, babe.
Let's be honest, the wine is truly in your face here and is everywhere, which is to be expected. That is their economy after all.
Of course, the hats.
Napa was actually quite a cute little town, had a lot of small businesses, and more beneath sunny skies and spectacular weather. Heck, the Napa General Store even had a wine bar inside. After the general store, we made our way to a Japanese restaurant and then took in some beautiful views right off the river. This day was truly going to be bright. Then we even ran into a small little bakery with some delicious treats.
Lots of beautiful ice slices. I love the mini cakes. They're like super cute.
The berries and cream cake was a treat.
Check it out. We're deep in wine country right now. Look at all these trees. Very cool, very nice. Just left the outlet mall at Napa, and now we're on our way to hit up a couple of wineries, get some ice, and then head up to the lodge for the night. So we're making moves. Right, babe?
Right.
And welcome indeed to Sutter Home Winery.
All right, ready to do this?
Yes.
Check it out.
While Sutter Home may not be the most prestigious name in the business for you wine snobs, I do have to say that the wines were delicious and the vibes were immaculate. Just listen to these sounds and look at this view.
Cheers, babe.
The estate was truly gorgeous, and I am grateful that my wife and I had the opportunity to see everything that there was to see here all by ourselves. The history here is rich, and the wine samples were a delight. The pink Moscato is a favorite.
This has been spectacular and beautiful. Thank you, Sutter Home, for hosting us and boasting this historic and beautiful home that unfortunately nobody could visit right now because it closed during the pandemic, but maybe one day it'll come back.
Next up, we had to make our ascent up to Trinidad, California, and this was a long one. This took a total of 5 hours, and we had to drive an additional 300 miles, mostly up US Route 101, until we finally made it to the serene Viewcrest Lodge, albeit in the dead of the night.
Well, love, at last we've made it to the Viewcrest Lodge. How are you feeling tonight? A lot of driving today, especially through the redwood trees and everything else all the way up from Napa, but we are here and just ready to relax. This morning we are at the beautiful Viewcrest Lodge, and I'm just gonna let the sounds and the sights speak for themselves, right? They've got SEAL Team 6 out there. Yeah, this has been great. Love this little place. Really cute.
Due to the fast-paced, ambitious nature of our trip, we couldn't stay here too long, and we were so bummed. This place is gorgeous. But nonetheless, we had to check out of Cottage 7A and make our way through the coastal morning fog to the majestic Redwoods. And our first stop was Redwood Creek Beach in Humboldt County, California. Just look at that sand and look at these waves under the dark, gloomy skies.
Alright, well, what we are seeing is basically Redwood Beach, Redwood Creek Beach. What do you think?
It's not very red. It's cold.
I would really hope, oh, there goes a log truck. I would hope it's not red, because that would really imply some other things, but it is beautiful. Got the little steps here leading down to the beach, tree carcasses, and then we got some stuff up here, visitor centers down there. Unfortunately, it's closed today. That's okay. We'll be making our way over to Redwood in just a few here after we check out these views.
I could seriously sit here and listen to these waves all day. But if I did that, I wouldn't get to hike beautiful and historic Redwood National Park, and that is exactly what we set foot to do next. Oh, and check out that tent.
We've finally made it at last to Redwood National Park. Our first stop here is the Lady Bird Johnson Grove Trail. And look at this. The infamous bridge just over the road here that helped us get up here. And already in the thick of it with the trees, no pun intended.
Yeah, it's all the sound is muffled. It's so quiet.
That's what happened when there's a lot of trees. So, looking forward to seeing what is to come on this gorgeous trail. Yeah, this definitely got struck by some lightning, like you said, babe.
It's completely cored out.
Unreal.
Crazy.
And we are the only ones right now. And like you said, it's eerily quiet unless the birds are chirping.
Yeah.
But we keep marching on.
That should be a good one.
A good shelter?
Yep. Don't watch enough.
Yeah, just, again, magnificent. One word to describe this trail. Certainly. All right, now here we are at the Prairie Creek Visitor Center. It's hopping right now, but gorgeous as always here in Redwood National Park. What do you think, babe? First impression of the little quaint cabin that's a gift shop here?
It's cute.
Can't wait to see what's inside. Let's go check it out. Very cool stuff. Got the little park ranger hat for the kids. Super cute. May the force be with you. Oh my goodness. No comment. Very neat, Redwood. Enjoy your park.
My favorite part of this gift shop was learning about the true nature of the redwoods.
So we just left the gift shop and here we are. Check it out. Prairie Creek. It's very serene, very peaceful. Oh, look at that. I could see how they maybe would film The Lost World here, Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
And it just feels like a different place. Feels like a different planet, almost. The groves. This cute little historic bridge. Remarkably peaceful.
It's beautiful.
We left the park in the late morning and winded our way past the coast and through the mountains into Oregon. We were looking to get to Portland by nightfall, and we still had quite the road ahead of us. However, the evergreen trees did make for a beautiful view and a very scenic drive through the plains. After a very long, exhausting 8 hours on the road, we finally made it to Portland. Before we checked into our hotel for the night, we had to get some food, and of course it had to be Thai.
Alright, here we are. We have made it to Portland, Oregon, more specifically Beaverton, and we're ready to start our adventures and start exploring the city and everything it has to offer tomorrow.
We started our day in Portland grabbing breakfast at Elmer's, a West Coast staple. And then we had to burn some calories. So first we got some energy with some coffee at a local coffee shop, Cascadia Coffee, and hit the trails.
Very pretty. To Garden and Village, stay on the path. Yeah, it does. Today's path is the Japanese garden. Very lovely.
Lovely the path was indeed. Just look at these trees. And all of the Japanese architecture. Quite impressive. And as part of the day's activities at the Japanese garden, we even got to see demonstrations of how tea ceremonies work in Japanese culture. Albeit, maybe not the most one-to-one demonstration you could possibly imagine. I do appreciate them imparting this knowledge. So after going through the tea ceremony, my wife and I took a stroll through the rest of the park and enjoyed the koi ponds, the mini waterfalls, and all the luscious fauna flanked by historic Japanese architecture.
Probably not very long. But yeah, we'll see.
If you're a fan of Japanese culture in peaceful spaces, then this is certainly your retreat. Oh, and there was no way that we were going to miss hitting up the Adidas employee store while in downtown Portland. Or the Nike World headquarters, which happened to be in Beaverton where we were staying.
Babe, are you just in awe right now?
Yeah.
Awestruck?
I need to get inside.
Well, we'll see if that's possible.
Once again, we had to check out of our Portland hotel and make our final trip up to our last destination, Seattle, Washington. But before a long road trip, you need to eat more chicken. Right? We spent the remainder of our drive on Interstate 5 and concluded our 1,000 miles of driving. The state of Washington and the city of Seattle welcomed us with open arms and cloudy skies, as expected. Our first stop was a Starbucks Reserve Roastery. My wife and I have a personal goal of getting to all of the Reserve Roasteries, and so far we've made it to Chicago and now Seattle. Each one having a very different vibe, of course, but there were some really cool trinkets in here for you coffee lovers. And then, of course, we had to go to the original Starbucks at Pike Place Market. This place was packed and bustling, but it was certainly worth it, just for the collectibles alone.
Oh, God.
But you get to see it every time we go. We're like looking at like big machines. I'm not sure where my tism is, but that's where he comes out. You know? And then that's where we're right there.
Yep. Right there.
And there it is, T-Mobile Park.
What a beautiful day.
I know. I just love the water.
It's just, it's 50 something out, light breeze. It's just.
Stu's got his scaling and gutting for you right now.
Overnight shipping.
And who could stop at Pike Place without catching this display?
Hey.
Our journey in Seattle was an eventful one. We rode the monorail from the Seattle Center all the way back into downtown Seattle. The architecture in Seattle speaks to the city's roots in technology, and also its geography right off the Puget Sound. The urbanism here did not disappoint. Simply put, long train rides are better with some of your best friends in life. And our next stop was an Asian food market with a variety of different options that we definitely helped ourselves to.
Finding something neat?
I am. Is
Nice.
Are we doing diner?
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Then we finally made it out to T-Mobile Park to catch the Diamondbacks at Mariners game. This is one that we were also equally excited to see, and we were joined by a friend this time. First pitch was going to be coming up in any minute, and we were hoping for a win to go to 2-0 on the road trip. Well, let's just say that didn't happen. But hey, at least we got the split. And just like with every other stop, our time in Seattle had to come to an end. But we could not leave Seattle without first making a trip to the scenic and forested Seward Park.
Because this is not Arizona.
No, unfortunately. The closest we can get to is back.
Very informative.
Let me just tell you, when everything turns green, and you're nauseous, it's wild.
That's awesome. It just opens up. And just like this.
That's beautiful.
Almost reminds me of a little bit of Lake Michigan.
Yeah. The color, it's coloring. Gray.
Well, the places we have been.
Now, what water is this? It's not on a map, but water.
Guess we're gonna find out.
Remarkably, across from Lake Washington, you can spot downtown Seattle. The cloudy views definitely evoked a deep and calming mood. And as we took the path, winding through the woods, we began to reflect on the 8 days and 7 nights and 1,000 miles that we had traveled so far, and how remarkable each step that we took was, getting to see many natural preserves, getting to enjoy the vibrant culture of different cities, and the unique charm of each small town we passed through, not to mention enjoying the journey along the way of driving or walking. After dropping off our rental car, we had to catch the shuttle to get to the airport so we could finally go home.
Okay, we're going that way. Let's do this. Beautiful but very chilly day here in Seattle.
Luckily, the shuttle to SeaTac was pretty quick, and we were fortunate to get out of the rain.
It's pretty cool. Dining coming soon. Nice.
With each step we took, we were one step closer to home. We were finally aboard our flight back home, which was definitely a lot cozier than the last one, and a lot more spacious too. This was a 737 MAX 8 from Southwest Airlines. At last, we took off and ascended through the rain clouds, making it to cruising altitude. This effectively concluded our journey as we made the trip back home to Phoenix, Arizona. And as you can see illustrated by this path here, this is the outline of Pacific Coast 2K24. And thank you for joining us. By now, it was getting dark, and it was getting late. We were very much ready to be back on the ground again. Finally, we could see Phoenix, and we made our descent. What a journey, what a ride it was. We had a blast on our journey, but our philosophy is always that no place is like home. Time to get our bags and get back to our car. Finally made it back home. 7 days, a week later. It was a lot.
It was a lot. I'm tired,
But it was incredible.
but it was a lot.
Yes. How are you feeling right now?
Proud. That was a long trip. We did a lot. I'm exhausted. I don't want to see an airport for until September.
Okay. Very fair.
I'm done.
Very fair.
So, time to put some bodies in the back seat and go home.
Yep. You know how I'm feeling?
Let me guess.
I'm feeling jet lagged. I just had to say that.
Cue outro.
What? Peace.